Well, now that we've got our foundation terminology down for the banking and kicking systems, we're going to move right into some actual shooting. This first system I'm going to show you, I believe that when players were born and destined to be pool players, they automatically knew this one. So this isn't going to revolutionize anybody's higher level thinking as far as diamond system study. This one you pretty much know, but I'm going to go through it anyway. There might be a few individuals that have never seen this, so we'll just cover it right now. Now this is a situation where the cue ball is blocked from balls in a corner pocket. In this case, we're playing him a 9 ball, and you're blocked from the 1-9 by the 8, 2, and the 5. And somehow we've got to calculate how to hit the 1 ball in order to make the 9. Now, in all of these illustrations, I'm going to be using 2 balls by the corner pocket as opposed to 1, because when you use 1, if you hit the shot perfect, there's a chance of scratching. Now, I have discovered that when you do scratch the first time on a diamond system shot, that just means you hit it perfect. So I'm not really too disappointed the first time I scratch on a shot that's using any kind of a mathematical system. Now, if I scratch a second time, this means I didn't adjust a little bit off of that dead perfection. So just keep in mind that when you hit a shot and you scratch the first time with the system, that means you're perfect on your form, you're perfect on your calculations. All right, in order to calculate this shot, it's very easy. We take the distance between the cue ball and these balls here by the corner, just reference the 1-9 together. So between these 2 points, we have a certain number of segments. From this end, we have 1 segment, 2 segments, 3 segments, 4 segments. And if we go from the other direction, it's the same thing. From here, we start out, this is the end of 1 segment, this is the end of 2 segments, the end of 3 segments, the end of 4 segments. So whenever you have a situation where you're shooting with both of the balls along the same cushion next to you, you simply take the middle between those 2 points. So in this case, we have 4 segments, so we would start from this end and count up 1, 2, or we would start from the other end and go up 1, 2. And we'll do several variations here. So once we go to the middle between the 2 points, up 1, 2, over 1, 2, we go straight across the table, and on the other side of the table, we aim at that diamond. Now, the reason they call this the diamond system study again is because we're aiming at the diamonds. There are a few isolated situations where we'll be using the cushions, but for 99% of all systems, we're aiming at a diamond. So we're basically going to aim right at that diamond over there on that side, the center on that rail. We're going to just hit the cue ball above center without any right or left spin. All of these one-rail shots just use center hit like this. We shoot the ball across the table like this. The ball comes across and goes back into the ball like that. So this is a very, very simple and easy system to calculate. Now I want to do a variation of that. We'll put the 8 ball here this time. We'll put the cue ball by this diamond. So again, it's very simple. You take from this ball here where it's at the diamond, you would go over 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, or the other direction, count it this way. Take the middle between the 2, so up 1 or over 1, go straight across the table, aim at that diamond, hit the cue ball above center, no right or left English, nice smooth stroke, and the cue ball comes across like this and goes back here to the ball. So that's a very simple way of shooting a 1-rail kick. It's called a standard 1-rail kick shot. Now, there's another situation that comes up where you have what's called blockage on the shot. Let's say we have a ball here, and there's a ball where you want to aim on that side of the table. So you can't aim at that center diamond, so you have an option. You can either go to the far side of the ball down here and shoot, or you can go to the near side of the ball, nearer to you, and shoot it over here. So first we're going to go to this side away from the pocket, away from the corner pocket. In this case, it's very easy to calculate. We know that the standard system is the center diamond on that side, and we're going to move back a half a diamond segment from this 2 ball in order to clear it. And when you move back a half a diamond segment, you adjust on the cue ball a half a tip of English. Now I'm using a 12.5 to 12.75 millimeter shaft. So with this size shaft, that's just about what you would use, a half a tip. If you're using a wider shaft, you would go a little bit further over. If you're using a small snooker size shaft, then you would use a little bit further or a little bit closer to center. So we're going to aim at a half a diamond to the left of the 2 ball. We're going to hit the ball like this, hit the ball's going to come like this and go over like that and catch the inside on the long rail. Now, if you shoot this, and a lot of times you'll see me actually shoot a shot, let it go on, see what it does, and then, because when you're shooting these and you're practicing, you know how to adjust. So we're going to hit just a little bit less English on that, right about there, and hit the ball like this. The ball comes down and goes to the corner. So what I did there is I basically hit that shot originally with a little bit too much of the half tip of English. I had about 3/4. So you have to practice on your English with the tip you're using. And if you were to come up 1 whole diamond segment and hit it with a tip of right English right there, like that, you would get the same effect to the ball in the corner. So we can go ahead and illustrate that if you'd like to see it. Just like that. hit the ball with the tip of right English, just like this, hit the ball comes on like this, come over like that, and you hit it that way. So you get the same effect. And then the last thing I want to show you is if you can't shoot to the left of the ball, and you've got to shoot to the right of the ball. Now this is a situation of one rail with blockage again. So there's balls along the rail, but you can hit way down here. On this one, you don't use any side spin. You use basically low. This is called a draw shot off the rail. There is no real system except you have to experiment with low on the cue ball. Hit as low as you can. 6 o'clock preferably is as low as you can go. And don't put any right or left, because if you put right or left, you lose some of the draw effects. So the cue ball is going to hit the cushion. You can aim about a diamond to the right of the ball. And when it comes off the cushion, it will draw along the rail into the 5-ball. So let's see how that works. Cue it real low, don't put any right or left, and just stroke the ball like that. And the ball comes back and goes over like that and comes back. And you notice how it came back over, and it drew into the ball, but I just caught the front side here short. So if you go a little bit lower, you'll get more effect on that. Let's go just a little bit lower on it this time, and you'll see how much it draws back in. So this is an experiment for a lot of players. Go down low, hit the ball center, draw like this, the ball comes back and goes over to the shot. So you see how that works. And I almost scratched, which would mean I would have hit it perfect. Now, this is kind of a combination of one rail shots. You're going to use these a lot. We're going to get into another one here a little bit later where the balls aren't equal distant like they are. So I want you to work on this a little bit. Practice that low draw by feeling. Practice the other one by the mathematics. And when you do this, you're going to improve your game and know how to kick it to one rail shots. So I hope you've enjoyed this CSI instructional tip.